see you. Who is it? So, it's obviously a different day. I can't honestly remember what I filmed last, or where I was, or where I'd been, or what I'd done. I can't remember. For all I know, I could have filmed. I might have filmed my food last night, but I know I've not chatted since. So it's raining again. It weren't raining last time I spoke to you. It rained last time I was here, and I didn't have my coat, and I waited for a break in the rain, and then I went in. I did have my umbrella in my car, in my bag, not my car. Well, technically it was in my car because my bag was in my car. So I had a doctor's appointment yesterday as well, in the afternoon, later on, and yeah, it went quite well, to be honest. I've got a lot of prescriptions to pick up today. I've got my normal weekly one, and she left something off which I got off her yesterday, and then I asked for something that I'm not due for another week because I've been taking to her time because of issues, and she's okay with me taking to her time. Obviously she didn't tell me off. And then she's prescribed something else because, do you know about me seeing the nurses last week? I can't remember if I said about that or not, but I saw the nurses and I had tests done, and something came back on one of them, and she's treating me for that, and she wants me to start that treatment today. It's another antibiotic. She's like, got to put you on another antibiotic, and I'm like, I feel like I'm going through the bloody alphabet of antibiotics at the moment. I've been on them for like 10 weeks or something, so I'm on a different one now for something else. This is brilliant. Hopefully I will be on it because I'm going to try and get it now. They might not have it in stock. I don't know what I'm going to do if they don't. Maybe I have to wait till tomorrow, I don't know. I'd rather get it today if they've got it, but obviously they're not going to stock everything, so we'll see. Not feeling well, I've got a headache. I've just realised I've not eaten today. I've just had a yoghurt, 2 knobbly bobblies, thanks to Rosie on Instagram, half a Kinder Bueno, and that's it. I was meant to have something to eat before I left the house, so I'm going to have to get a sandwich here. I'm hungry. It's probably a hunger headache, but I feel all snotty and fluey again, and run down and tired and not good. I'm going to try and have an early night. I kept waking up last night, and then I'd be awake for 2 hours, and I'd fall asleep for about 50 minutes, and then I'd be awake again. So I'm at the shop. I only have stuff in for my evening meal tonight, but I think I've got chicken in the freezer. I'm not sure. I want some baked beans, I want some milk because my dad stole my milk because he wanted it, because it's filtered milk. He wants it for the office, for his porridge. So I need some milk, I need some cereal milk. I want to get some cereal, something to eat now, painkillers, my prescription, hopefully. I was thinking of going to B&M, but I just want to go home. I just really want to go home. I've got stuff to sort at home, so I want to go home, sort it, and so I can go to bed early tonight. I want to go to bed. I just want to go to sleep. I'm not feeling very well. I'm not super unwell, but I'm not happy, like, and I've got a pounding headache, but I'm hoping that's a hunger headache. Someone's in the car next to me, that's why I'm sat like this. I don't know what else to really say at the moment. Tomorrow's vlog's uploaded, but I've not edited it, the description, or filled it in. I've still not filled in last week's description box, but the video's up, so it's nothing interesting. It's like 30 minutes long. Just not feeling it at the moment. I'm trying, but you know, I'm struggling with how I'm feeling, and I'm sick all the time, which probably makes me feel worse. And I'm trying to get my 52 weekly vlogs up. I think we're on week 19. I think it's going to be week 20. So, you know, in 6 weeks' time we'll be halfway through the year, which is scary because I've got nothing to show for it. So I'm not going to go into details about what I'm about to say on here now because it's personal and it's basically no one's business. But I made a massive decision recently about something, and it won't affect this channel unless I have some kind of mental breakdown and I can't film. But let's just say I've put something in place to make sure my physical and mental welfare is looked after by the right person, by someone who I trust. I feel happier and more comfortable knowing that I've made this decision and certain things are being put in place to protect me. I recognise something needs to be put in place. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm more comfortable and happy knowing the decision I've made is ultimately the best thing for me, involving the right people. And yeah, read whatever you want into that. I try not to read things into things unless I know the whole story or what the person's talking about, because I could be talking about absolutely anything and you wouldn't have a clue. But I feel happier knowing that I've made a decision and the right people are around me to look after me. So I'm going to go in the shop. I'm going to get some, probably going to forget something because it's me, isn't it? I couldn't find my prescriptions, but they're here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. She made me laugh yesterday because she printed 1 off on 1, 2 off on 1, 2 on 1 that I already had, but she didn't put the 3rd thing on, and that's why I got it on this one. And then something else that she's now giving me because of test results. I don't even know what the blood test results were. She's never told me. I'm presuming, I don't know. She would have had them back because I had them done Wednesday, so they would have gone back Friday, but she never mentioned them. So do you ever get given a medication and you're dreading taking it because of how it's got to be taken? I've got one of them. She did give me the option and I just said whichever you think's best, and she said well they'll both do the same thing, and she gave me the option that, well she's given me the option that some people might not want to have the option of. I said I don't really care, to be honest, I just want to get better basically. I knew there was something because I'd gone in to talk about something and she knew I was wanted to, well she didn't know what I wanted to talk about, but she knew there was something that I needed to talk about because I'd mentioned it. And she's like, before we talk about anything else I need to talk about, and then she told me my test results relating to what had happened at the nurse's appointment. And she's like, and this is caused by such and such, and I'm like, well I don't even have those symptoms, because she's like, you should have these symptoms. I'm like, I don't. Bye. I'm going to quickly show you what I got from the shop. So I've replaced the milk that my dad stole off me, which is fine. Nurofen, paracetamol, knobbly bobbly. Been like eating a box a day, I need to stop it. Oreos, well the enrobed ones. Tote rolls because I've run out. McCain home chips, the lighter version. I don't know what the difference is, it's just like reduced fat. I'm having them tonight, well not the whole bag. Weetabix because I've not got any. They're really expensive, you know, they've gone up. Can of Coke, well, cherry Pepsi Max. These cans are smaller. I don't know what size they used to be. I'm sure, I can tell from how they feel they're smaller. So the smaller cans but more expensive. Simple Micellar Facial Gel Wash. I love the wipes when they're on offer. This was on offer. I think it was £3, but I've got it to go in my shower or by my sink because I don't have a plain face wash by the sink, but I do think it's going to go in my shower. Soy milk for cereal, and Sure deodorant stick thing because it's on offer for £3. I'm going to have a knobbly bobbly. I don't think I'm due painkillers, but I'll have a knobbly bobbly. I'm still actually shaking because of this. I've just had a really horrible, scary, I'm shaking, experience in a shop. I went to the queue and I was putting my shopping on, and I put my heavy stuff at the front and the light stuff at the back, so I'm putting my heavy stuff on and then I moved along to put my lighter stuff at the back. And someone had put the shopping on, so I'm like, I haven't got room, and he's like, oh, you've got room in front of you. And I didn't really have that much room. I had about maybe that much room in front of where I'd put the divider thing, which wasn't enough room. So I'm putting my shopping on and I'm trying to like stack it, but I like to put it on in certain orders, and I'm trying to put stuff on, and I pushed his shopping down, and he's like, you've got all that room in front of you. And I'm like, I haven't got enough room to put all my shopping on. You know, what you've done is ignorant. You've not given me time to put it on. So he moved his shopping down a bit more, and the conveyor belt moved along because the person in front was nearly finished, and I still didn't have enough room. So I'm trying to put the shopping on, and there was this woman in the queue behind the man saying stuff about me, about being out of order, and I have all the room and I should stack it. And I'd already started stacking it, but I still needed more room. And you know, I wouldn't put my shopping on until I knew that person had finished with the shopping. That's me personally. And she carried on saying stuff, and I turned around and said, what's your problem? And she went, shut up, or else I'll knock your face off to the other side if you talk to me again. And I went, oh, is that right? And she went, yeah, it is right, talk to me. So I turned round and started putting more of my shopping on, and the man behind me was moving his shopping back even further, and she told him not to do it, and he said something like she hasn't got the room, and she's like, she's got all that room, and I didn't have all that room. Oh, what is that trolley? I didn't have enough room, and I'd stacked my stuff, and he was trying to move his stuff back to be helpful, and she was telling him not to move it, and I was shaking like crazy, and I'm thinking I better not turn round, and I literally couldn't put my shopping how I would normally have it, and I'm there shaking like crazy, thinking what am I meant to do. And I did my shopping, and when I went to pack it, because you don't pack it there, it was Aldi by the way, it was her turn to like do her shopping, and she started mouthing off about me, saying that I had a go at her, which I didn't. She mouthed off at me, and I said that I was going to hit her, and I could hear the girl on the checkout say, oh, why, what happened? And she was just like, she wanted all the room, and she was like being aggressive or something like that. And I'm there thinking I wasn't, and I'm trying to pack my bag as quickly as I can whilst I'm like literally shaking. I'm still shaking now, and I'm thinking, I hope she doesn't pack and leave before me. I just want to get out of here. So I left, and I didn't really look behind me, because I thought if I look behind me and she's there, or I catch her eye, she's just going to go for me. And I thought, well, the police station's only across the road, but I was full on shaking. And the police won't do anything anyway. The people get away with GBH. Like, she said she was going to knock my face off. Like, she weren't just going to hit me, she was going to really beat me up from what she was saying. I was just so scared. So I rushed out to my car and put my bags in the boot, and then the problem is I had to walk back to the shop to get my put the trolley back, because that's where the trolley park is. And I didn't know if she'd come out by that point or what. I hadn't seen her come out. I presume she was still in the shop mouthing off about me, to be honest. She didn't even have that much shopping, so it surprised me that she didn't beat me out of there, because she was with her son, who was about 10 or 12, so the fact that she was threatening violence and swearing in front of him, I think that's totally disgraceful, because you shouldn't talk to like in front of your children like that. In fact, you shouldn't talk like that at all. So I don't want to go to that shop again in case I bump into her. I mean, she's the type of person that would do it. You could tell that she was really rough, really common. When she started speaking, I knew she was rough. And she probably has a record, and she probably knows if she hit me, the police wouldn't do anything, because they wouldn't. So it was horrible. And she hadn't come out, as far as I know, when and I was on my own. She had someone with her to help pack, and she didn't have as much as me. And I didn't have a massive amount, but she's probably the type of person to say I said something I didn't, and she'll have a little son backing her up. But you can watch the CCTV. I said, "Is that right?" to her, because I said, "What's your problem?" And then she threatened me, and then I was like, "Is that right?" And that was it. I didn't say anything else to her. So the police can watch that back if she wants to be aggressive. Before I set off, I made sure that I weren't being watched or followed. But I don't need this. I literally want to go to bed. I wanted to go to bed before I came out. I've still got to do my second lot of shopping. I can't be bothered. I want to go home. I'm still shaking. I can't believe what happened. Like, there's some really horrible people in the world. All I asked was what her problem was, because she was mouthing off and telling him not to move down further. But I didn't have enough room. Like, why can't people wait until you've put all your shopping on? When I've been in the queue and I think, oh, there's going to be a big gap, I've still not put my shopping on until that person's finished. I once did put my shopping on and they'd not finished, and then they kept pushing my shopping down, and I didn't like it, and I did push that man's shopping down, and that's when she started mouthing off at me, because I was like, what you've done is wrong. I've not put my shopping on. So, yeah. And all I think was, oh, there's police stations across the road, and I'm like, yeah, they'd probably help her assault me, to be honest. It's just strange that she was still in there after I'd put my shopping in, went and took the trolley back, got back to my car, when she hardly had that amount of shopping. So who knows what she's saying about me, because I heard him saying it to the girl at checkout, and I was like really shocked by it. So I did finally go into Tesco. I'm still shaking, still don't feel well. I've had enough, to be honest. Some people are just really horrible. Don't know if I want to go to Aldi again. Don't want to bump into her. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I've got, because I've got some frozen stuff I want to put in the freezer. So I've got some large brown baps. I got some fruit tea cakes, which I've never seen them by this brand, and I spotted them. There was only a couple left. There was only a couple of these packs left as well, so they must be popular. Box of tissues for my dad, because he keeps using toilet roll as tissues. 2 boxes of Knobbly Bobbly. I must have had about 5 packs this week. I got this vegetable roasting tray for myself. It was $1.75 and it's new in. Thought I'd give it a try. I got our bread. I went to have a slice of toast earlier and it was all mouldy. I think that was half price. Misfits, a glazed donut, which I'm going to have in a minute. Tesco's Finest Sweet and Fiery Beetroot. Victoria's Seedless Grapes, which I've had this week and they're really nice. Paracetamol Nurofen, Hoisin Duck Naked Noodle. They're on offer for 60p. I spotted this Nivea Q10 Plus C Anti-Wrinkle and Energy Skin Sleep Cream. It was on offer for £5 and there was 2 left on the shelf. So I'm guessing because they've sold out that many, A, it's probably because it's half price, but B, it must be good. So I need a new night cream, so got that one. Tesco Finest coffee capsules. If I get coffee capsules from Tesco, it's these ones. Weetabix. I'm still getting single boxes because you don't save much. You save about 12p by getting the bigger one. I got an 8-pack of Highland Spring Water. No, it's not. It's Buxton. I got a 12-pack of Highland Spring Water. I got soya milk for my breakfast. I got a normal Pepsi Max. I got a 1.5 litre bottle of Highland Spring. 2 litre bottle of Pepsi Max Cherry, a Lucozade, a 1 litre bottle of Evian. This is from my bathroom on the first floor with the bathroom because I've just finished 3 bottles of cleaner in the last week. Not all at once, they've just all finished. I finished one today actually, so I needed to get that. I've never had that, so I thought I'd try it. An orange Lucozade, a 4-pack of toilet rolls and a 9-pack. That's everything I got from Tesco, and somehow I need to get that in the freezer and then get that out. Ignore the mess on the floor, I don't care. So from Aldi I got spring onions. I hate my dad having onions and fish because he gets it all over the place. He got fish juice all over the kitchen the other night and half-heartedly cleaned it up, and then the next day I had to finish cleaning it up because the kitchen stank of fish. Avocados for me. Blueberries, look how big they are, they look amazing. They're the most expensive they had. They had 3 different ones. Kinder Bueno, instant oats for my dad for work. Cheese oat cakes for my dad. Cathedral City Baked Bites ×2 for my dad. They're for me. Apple pie cookies, they look good, never had them. Greek feta, 2 of the more expensive salmon fillets. Mackerel fillets, they're both for my dad. So Good barbecue veggie puffs, never had them. They have another flavour but I can't remember what flavour. I think they're probably cheese and that's probably why I didn't get them. Paracetamol and ibuprofen. I've run out of normal toothpaste, so I've got this. I've never had this before. I normally get like Colgate white in like the whitening one in the red tube, or I get can't remember, it doesn't really matter. So that one's for me, that's for my dad. Dental sticks for the dog. Lucura poised disposable razors. Melt in the middle Belgian chocolate puddings. These are new, I've never seen these before. So I've got the cheese and tomato one for me and the ham and cheese one for my dad. Can't remember how much they were. You cook them in the oven. I'm going to see what they're like. They're for my dad. Italian mozzarella, stuffed cherry peppers, one of them, there's one there as well. Carrot sweet mash, Scottish strawberries, ripe ready kiwi fruit, 2 packs of pears for my dad. They're for me for sandwiches. Well, I might get 2 sandwiches. Beef hot pot and sausage and mash. For my dad for lunches. Had these last week, really liked them. Chili and rice kebabs. That's 2 meals worth. I've got this for myself as well. Mediterranean chicken sizzlers. And for Sunday, Memphis barbecue pork loin steaks. And that's it. I've got really bad toothache as well. And I think I've got an abscess because my face is swollen and it's killing me. And I feel dizzy, so that means abscess.